Yeah, cruising in the ocean with my fellas, waving at the shore, we got all them people jealous. They see that we shining from way over yonder. Gotta thank my father, my sponsor, for putting me on board and also giving me the capability to live life with no fear, create buzz with no beer. God is the reason why I live like this. Now everybody hating me, now I feel like Chris. Working out, eating right, now I look like this. Phone filled with different numbers, now my ex all pissed. Now I'm playing, she don't care cause she move like this. Man, I ain't hating cause she bad, man, we all ruthless. Man, I got money in my pocket, diamonds on my pinky and that brain. Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, the captain of Cap has returned.
No, what I'm saying is, you said something about you said something about the time length of, you said the time length of talking about the bloodline. Okay, I get that part. But what I'm saying is, we got episodes on here where either me or you are back and forth. Like that episode with Goldberg, that was dang near 2 hours worth. Not talking about the bloodline. But you said that like we ping pong off of subjects. We didn't ping pong off that subject. We was talking about that subject for a long time. So it's not like that happens. So when he bring them up, he bring them up on certain situations if it appeals to the bloodline. He don't say, "Oh yeah, well we got Seth Rollins versus Cody Rhodes." Oh yeah, but it'd be better if Jacob Fatu was involved. He don't say that. It only gets brought up if the bloodline is around some type of story when it comes to that. And as soon as he bring it up, you like, here we go talking about the bloodline. I'm like, but what do you mean? We was talking about Cody and everybody else for hours on there, and he only brought him up for 5 minutes. You just mad he brought him up. That's what it be. You just be mad that he bring him up because every time he bring him up, it makes sense though. And you be like, oh, here we go, bloodline glaze. And I'm like, okay, but if we're talking about Seth Rollins for a long period of time, that's Seth Rollins glaze. If you talk about CM Punk for a long, that's CM Punk glaze. So come on, you can't do that. You can't do that. He just specifically knows who he like rocking with, which is the bloodline, and we already established that if the bloodline is not talked about, this company don't float. So they got to be brought up. Yeah, so once again, Larry, like we said from the gate, once again, he's a bloodline hater. He don't want to admit it, but you are a bloodline hater, bro. You're a bloodline hater, bro. Because Larry don't even be bringing him up to even be hating or nothing. And you just be like, oh my gosh, here we go. Always talk about the bloodline. But anybody can say, oh, here he go. Always talk about Seth Rollins. Always talk about Judgment Day. You can't do that.
Larry, let me ask you, bro. Let me ask you, bro. And be honest with me. Be honest with me for a second. We did some videos. we did a video a month ago talking about the R-Troop release, right? I think we had to put it into like 4 different parts.
You saw what?
And we did an R-Troop video. We did our R-Troop recap. I think video of him being released at the time where we didn't know for sure if he's gonna come back to WWE, right?
Right.
So we did that, and in one of the parts there's a top 5 of favorite characters, or at least not favorite characters, or what we feel are the best characters, right? We brought that up, and I think we brought it up because I think you put in your top 5, and your top 5. And Larry, I'm not making this up. You said this. You said, I believe you said Roman Reigns. You said Undertaker. Then you say Umaga, and me and BZ was both was like, what? We question mark immediately hit our head.
That's not.
Hold on. Let me finish. You said Umaga. Then you said Jeff Hardy. By the way, Jeff Hardy's one of my favorite guys. I'm not going to deny that. And then you said Finn Balor, right? Okay. To me, the reason why I came at you already off the bat going, your top 5 was absolutely horrible and it didn't make sense to me because of how out of place it felt. And not only how out of place it felt, no one talks about Umaga's character. And what I mean by his character, I asked Busy recently. I said, Busy, what was his character?
That's you.
What was it?
And that's all you.
opinions on me.
You don't like it. And
No, what was his
you can't
character?
disagree and say that my top five was horrible when it was my opinion.
You said best. You said, and here's another thing too. You said best characters.
They in there too?
Best characters.
Okay.
What was his character? And what was so great about his character?
Bro.
No.
He was literally playing a Samoan.
That's what she was talking about.
A Samoan
Explain that it doesn't
Like
make
sense when she said, "Hey, I wasn't the one to make the potato salad." Like, hey, you gotta be as a heads up just in case.
Hell, even in the middle,
Remember?
even in the middle of the portion of the video, BZ was when you brought Umaga again, he was like Umaga, and he started laughing because he was just like he was questioning along the way.
Bro,
then you started playing.
My top five does not have to make sense to you.
You said best characters. You start off by saying, "Bro, I want to be a best." I'm not saying this to be saying that. You said best characters.
Yes.
So what was the character?
I just said it.
What was it?
Strong warrior. When he had the whole face paint on and stuff.
So Umaga was a Samoan warrior.
When he had the face paint on.
Nigga, if you mention face paint one more time, I'm going.
Bro, I don't care what you think.
That does not warrant your character because you said the same thing about Jeff Hardy and the same thing about Finn Balor. Their face paint was the best version of me as far as the characters, but you didn't give the description as to what the character was. I can give you character descriptions for all the other guys that I picked in my top five.
I don't even think about your top five.
Beasley said the Godfather. He said the Godfather. Guess what? I'm going to do with Beasley. You don't know why? Because I clearly understood who the Godfather was. The Godfather was a pimp. Umaga was the terrifying force. But at the same time, we've always seen terrifying forces in the WWE. So what made him be different?
You talking about? Are you talking about the dude in the comment section that said something about like face paint and description?
Yes.
Oh, for
no. I'm talking about what you just said about your top five.
You done told him this before.
Yeah.
He cannot judge my opinion and say that my opinion doesn't make sense and my opinion is wrong.
You call them best characters.
But that's in his opinion, though. But that's in his opinion. You can't try to change that man's opinion.
What?
I did my top five fair rappers with you. Me and Larry did our top five fair rappers with you.
Right.
I gave you my top five of fair rappers. The three I picked, one I had at least two rappers I had picked, and then me and you grown. And me and you was like, nah, slide, boom, boom. And you judged my top five of fair rappers, and you had your opinion on it.
Right.
And you told me what I need to do in order for them to be qualified to be in my top five of fair rappers.
Right.
This is what you said.
Well,
I'm quote unquote wrong for having an opinion as to how I thought about his top five.
Yeah.
You did the same thing with me. So the thing is that I can't do that. I can have my opinion.
If I said mine,
38 seconds.
But at the same time, I'm gonna tell you what I feel, and I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. I'm gonna stay on it.
Bro, if I said mine, that means personal to me. Not what I think.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Like even if I tried to critique your top five, that don't mean that you have to change it. It's still your opinion. I can't change your opinion. I can give you my thoughts on why I think you should go back and listen, and maybe it might change your mind. But if it don't change your mind, or if you choose, you could like respectfully, I don't want to do that because this is my opinion.
Beasley, you took Jeff Hardy out of his top five. I'm not making this up. It's hilarious.
I took who out the top five?
You took Jeff Hardy out of Larry's top five. Okay. And you put the Godfather in Larry's top five. That was your personal top five choice. But you put in his top five. And then you tell Larry, this is all recorded.
No.
You tell Larry you can't put Jeff Hardy there because Jeff Hardy wears clothes.
Hold on. I said he can't put Jeff Hardy there because of what?
He wears Grail clothes.
I
He
said that on
respects
the
all you.
podcast.
Yes.
See, I'll be having to listen to this stuff back. I don't remember
Yes.
saying that because you do got
But
girl
you're
outfits on.
telling me about what I need, what I can't tell him to change. You did the same thing too. I'm
He
not.
didn't.
But
I'm not gonna do
what I'm
that.
saying
I'm just
is
keeping it real.
what I'm
That's what he
saying
said.
is what I'm saying is even if I told him that he don't have to do that because that's his opinion. Even though I said, yo, you can't put him there or whatever, that's still not a fact. There's still people out there that say that Jeff Hardy's in his top 5. I'm just critiquing his top 5 on my opinion based off of his opinion. That's it. But it don't change his opinion. Unless he say, oh, you know what? You right. I'm taking him out. Now, if you do that, then I'm like, all right, well, his opinion can be bent. But I'm like, no, his opinion can't be bent if it's top 5. If I say that Michael Jordan is better than LeBron James, or LeBron James is better than Michael Jordan, and somebody try to say Isaiah Thomas is, and they try to fight for it, I'm like, all right, well, that's cool. I respect it, but I'm not moving off of LeBron James being of my whatever. So whatever you just got that saying, that's cool. I respect it, but you can't move my numbers. And it's my opinion, because then you have 2 other people that's like, no, it's Michael Jordan. It's not LeBron James. That's it. That's the opinion. Yeah, so you can't change it. So if he where did this subject come from anyway? Why are we talking about this?
You said, I'm based off the bloodline talk by the way. I'm based off the bloodline talk by the way. But
Okay, we going based off the bloodline talk.
yeah, but based off the bloodline talk. Better. Anytime you're saying a person is better, that's a form of opinion. When we say the word best, isn't best like a word that describes the greatest or of all time or this and that?
Right, but
don't we usually put the words when we refer to all of that though?
Right, but if Larry
Like
said, if Larry is saying this is my best top 5, and then he says, in my opinion, then it defluxes the whole. So you said Larry said the best top 5 period. That's what he said.
I said I'm gonna give you my top 5 of no. This is what he said.
Because I know he didn't say
my
that.
top 5 of best characters. He didn't say his opinion of my best characters. He didn't say no. Matter of fact, not my best characters. He just said of best characters. This is my top 5 of best characters.
Okay, his top.
Go right ahead.
Okay, but
and then
so
you listen to it.
Okay, so if he said these are my top 5 best characters, Larry's the one talking, which means that he's about to give his opinion.
Right. So here's where I have the right. I have the right to critique it because it didn't make sense to me. Beezy, you was like, I don't even care. You can say whatever your top 5 is in that third, but you agree with me by saying it was questionable at best to put Umaga in your top 5. Again, can Umaga be in your top 5 regardless? Yes, he can. If he's a fan for you growing up, cool, whatever. But in terms of putting him at best, I'm going because I don't think his character did anything. It didn't do anything over Roman Reigns.
Okay. Now question. Now where you said the character that he put in his top 5 didn't do anything over Roman Reigns. That's what you said, right?
Yes.
If somebody else said yes, it did, that just made an opinion on what you just said and not a fact.
And if it's right, which is why I asked him, what did he do? What was his character? You mentioned about fear. Okay, that's a description about what his character may have shown. But I also brought the point of saying,
we're basically saying that he didn't do nothing, but he influenced all of them, Roman Reigns included, all of them on using his moveset.
What?
Roman Reigns. Jacob Fatu, Solo Sikoa, Jey Uso, Vinny Uso.
Buy you some Barry earplugs, bro. Buy you some Barry earplugs for this week. Please do. Because it's hard hearing from time to time. I'm not even trying to be funny. Buy some earplugs. You need better quality earplugs.
Oh, good.
Underwater. No. No.
There's just a lot going on in the background.
That's true too. That's true too. I mean, having things in the background too. You can have things in the background too. I can still hear you.
I mean, I spent a lot of money for my earplugs though. I ain't going to I ain't going to Five Below or nothing like that. I'm not saying that's where he got. I'm not saying that's where he got it from. I'm just saying, like, I had headphones like that where they hear everything more than they hear me. They don't even hear me. They hear everything in the background. Is that a bird chirping? I'm like, what? I'm like, I can't hear you, but I can hear the bird. I'm like, what are you talking about? Yeah, some Five Below headphones was crazy.
Five Below is funny. That is hilarious. That is funny. Oh my gosh. I'm not.
I hear the stuff in his background. That's what I'm saying. I hear the stuff in his background all the time. I'll be hearing what he said though.
Your phone got probably better phone quality than mine does because it's like you be talking, but it sounds like a whole lot of gibberish is in the background for some reason. I don't know what it is. It's
probably
anyway.
It's probably the positioning of where the headphones is at. Like it could be like by his jacket or by his shirt or something like that or whatever. It could be something like that.
Okay.
I don't know, but yeah,
that's true. But anyways, I mentioned fearful or scared like characters before, and I told BJ, I said back in the day you had Kamala, you had Papa Congo, right? I brought that up. Probably a few more. Oh yeah, Kane of course too. Kane, you know what I'm saying? But what WWE did a great job with as far as Kane is concerned is they gave us a battle with Kane alongside with the Undertaker. So there is a layer there. There is a character investment there to where you can go, okay, I understand character. The big red machine, the big red monster. That's the way he was.
Now you see, but now you see the subject that you picked. The bloodline can be involved in that subject.
For the top five?
Yeah, you talking about the ones that people be scared of. You throw in Umaga. Is he a part of the bloodline? This is the reason why Larry can bring up the bloodline story in every conversation we come up with. You just get upset because you mad because the bloodline is everywhere.
So
that's crazy.
You don't like it. When I brought up, hold on. When I brought up Kamala and Papa Congo, I said, if you want to talk about the top five of scary characters, things like that in a category, I said Umaga is there. I want to debate that. I said, if you want to do a top five of that, top 10, top 20, whatever.
But you talking about character.
Like a scary character, like intimidating, terrifying characters. Yeah,
right.
I'll put them in that category. But in terms of being the best character, I don't feel like if he had an impact on his family, which is what Larry mentioned. Yes, he had an impact on his family, but did he influence anybody with how great his character was? Because to me, I don't think he did. I haven't come across an interview.
But you just said.
That's a thing that
Go
you
ahead.
don't know about.
What'd you say?
A lot of people don't say stuff about it.
Let me ask you this. Okay. I'll give you this. Is Jacob Fatu influenced by Umaga in terms of his character? And do we get Jacob Fatu's character?
Heavy.
This is a bloodline conversation.
Okay, yeah. Let's go there. Because I'm agreeing with this.
Yes, heavy. He's heavy influence.
But I'm gonna tell you one thing that they did a disservice towards for Umaga though. I'm gonna be real with you. They did a disservice to him because they didn't let the man talk to him. He didn't talk. They let Fatu talk. So when Fatu talks, he says all gas, no brakes, you know what I mean? All these different catchphrases. He's getting furthermore over with his character. Beezy said he's a Samoan destroyer. I don't get that. It's actually his thing song, Samoan Destroyer.
Right.
So I get I get Roman Reigns. I get Jey Uso. I get Jimmy Uso. I don't know if I get the Tongas right now. I don't know if I get the Tongas. I somewhat am starting to get Solo, right? I'm starting to get these guys, right? Because of what they're portraying themselves as. You know what I'm saying? Besides what they do in ring, obviously. I'm getting that. I'm just saying,
Oh, you go
when
back
you
to
say
work?
the word
Okay.
best, I'm like, I think that was my biggest issue. The word best, to me, said these are undoubtedly true. And I'm like, that's how I interpret it. I interpret it as you saying that was undoubtedly true. I'm like, is it really?
So does everybody, when they list their top 5, they have to say, in my opinion? That's what it sounds like you saying. It sounds like you saying when Larry says something about his top, he has to say, in my opinion, for you to understand. Ain't that what it sounds like, Larry?
Mm-hmm.
He don't have to say
I'm gonna say
it.
this.
He don't have
I'm
to
gonna say
say.
this. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this. Yes and no. I'm gonna say this. Yes and no. You can say in your opinion, but if we did our top 5, for instance, say we did our top 5 of favorite actors, right?
Right.
I did my top 5 of favorite actors, or okay, can we? If I say top 5 of best actors, and I've already gave you this, right here, right. I'm gonna give you 5. No category, no numbers, right? I'm gonna say for top 5 of best characters. Sorry, best actors. Denzel Washington, Leonardo DiCaprio, Will Smith. Let me see. Robert De Niro. Right, I'm just saying for whom I came up and I grew up on. And then the last one I will give you. Let me think about it for a second. Hold on. Dang, I gotta read about this. I know I got another. I got me a list. Let me see. Hold on. I just got me a list. Characters of actors I really like. Let me see. Hold on. Okay. Okay. All right. Keanu Reeves, right? Keanu Reeves. He's in my top 5.
Yes.
He's in my top 5. And I noticed when I mentioned Leonardo DiCaprio, you said,
You're right.
But yeah, he's heralded as one of the best actors, right?
He is.
He's heralded as one.
Right.
Let me say something real quick.
Go ahead.
The reason why I don't have to say in my opinion is because when I say my top, I'm saying my.
That's automatically your opinion.
Personal.
Exactly. Right.
Personal.
I agree. That's why I said that he don't gotta say, in my opinion, when he says his top 5, because he already says my top 5.
Now, if I was saying in plural as a fact, I would have said the best.
Yeah.
But I said my.
Yeah. Even when we say, oh, yo, John Cena and Roman Reigns is the GOAT, it's a lot of people that's going to be like, no. But we stand on it and be like, no, that's it.
Yes.
Some don't even got John up there. Like, Larry don't even got John up there, but he got Roman up there. So, like, when it come to those fat checks, it's like, is Roman up there? Yep. That's it. That's a fact. Other things, if it's, it's not a fact no more. It all becomes opinionated if everybody not in agreement.
There are people online that said that they're not the biggest Roman Reigns fans or the biggest John Cena fans or whomever. This, that, and third. So you got people who are like that too.
Right. That's why when we do the opinion joint, we only go based off of our 3 thoughts. We don't think about the world because they not on the phone. Bigger audiences causes bigger and bigger opinions. It's some people that I might put Doink the Clown in their top 5. We'd be like, what? But at the same time, they might have their reasoning. And I'd be like, man, that's crazy, but all right. Let's think about it. What if Doink the Clown, if the real character Doink the Clown, what if he had kids? If he got kids, his kids probably saying he's the best wrestler ever because that's their dad. You can't block that.
I asked, what do we love about Roman Reigns' character? And you and Larry in unison went the aura. And I
Yeah.
went, and in the back of my head, I was like, no.
How is the aura not the reason why Roman Reigns is Roman Reigns?
Because any wrestler can have an aura.
No.
Any wrestler.
That's
No,
not that's not true.
Not every wrestler, but I'm talking about the ones who. Okay, for instance, the ones we got popping right now, right? Jey Uso, right? Would you agree he has an aura?
Does Jey Uso have an aura?
Yeah.
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 Okay. So, all right, Jey Uso has an aura. Let me give you another name. If I said Jeff Hardy, he has an aura. Now, granted, he's not in WWE, but he's in TNA.
No.
Does he have an aura?
No.
Not really.
He ain't got no aura.
Does John Cena? Okay, John Cena, does he have an aura?
Yeah. Now,
Hogan, back in the day, did he have an aura?
Not like Roman. You said what?
Did Hogan have an aura back in the day? Way back in the day.
Who?
Hulk Hogan.
No.
The Rock.
Yep.
Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Yep.
So the aura. So my point is trying to understand that the aura can apply to anyone.
No,
the aura can apply to any one of those wrestlers.
No, it can't.
But saying that's the main step of approval.
Roman has God tier aura.
That's what I'm saying. Roman's aura. Aura is God tier, bro.
I'm not disagreeing. His presence alone, the way he carried himself, the way his charisma oozes on the screen, I will give you that. What I'm asking is, what is his character? Why do we love the character of Roman Reigns, the tribal chief version of Roman Reigns? And
his aura.
Why we love it. I can tell you why I love it.
It's his aura, bro.
And it's not even just the aura. It's not just the aura, though. That's what I'm trying to get you to understand. It ain't just the aura. It's the aspect of what his character represents. The tribal chief character is based around this idea of I had to lead my family. I had to go about my means of doing it in a ruthless fashion. Early on, it was done in a ruthless manner because of the longevity of how he remained WWE, the triple success loss of him getting betrayed. He basically what he did was he created his own shield. It's just that this time it was his family, right? So you had Jay, you had Jimmy, you had Solo.
He created his own tribe.
Huh?
He created his own tribe.
Right, he created his own tribe.
Right.
People to be a part of his court. This and that third.
Okay.
But he had to be essentially the ruler, the sergeant of arms, whatever you want to say. That's what his character was. And to me, he killed that character. He did a phenomenal job with that character.
Okay.
But we can't even call it a character no more because
that's what I'm joking, bro. Larry, I was about to say that. I'm like, bro, he's not leading nobody now, and he's the tribal chief.
When we did top 5 of best characters, each and every single one of us mentioned Roman Reigns. So you tell me what we just said. This is not making or married no more.
Hold on, listen. You can't consider the tribal chief on Reigns as a character no more because it's actually real now. It's nothing that he's just pretending to be.
But that's the thing though. It's a mix of both. It's both. It's a mix of fiction and non-fiction. Does Roman Reigns really hate the Usos in real life? It's all in real life. Is it really down there and fighting each other in real life? It might have been
hate the Usos. Where'd that come from?
Hold on. That's all fake, but the fact that he's actually a tribal chief is actually real.
I'm not disagreeing with that. I believe there is looking towards that. You know what I'm saying? But I'm saying but I'm saying what is portrayed on screen is a character. It is a character.
Yeah.
It's
but I'm saying, I'm saying you can't consider it a character anymore. Now you consider the OTC as a character,
No.
but tribal chief, you can't consider that a character no more.
If we're saying that Roman Reigns is the original tribal chief or OTC right now, but he was a tribal chief at the time, at the end of the day, the reason why he was the original tribal chief, it had to be because of somebody else was tribal chief first.
Yeah, his father.
Right. So now they saying that he's the original tribal chief, and Josiah broke it down saying that the character was putting everybody together as a family and things like that. I'm telling you that his aura right now is bigger than his aura when he had his family behind him as the tribal chief. That's why his aura is different, bro. His aura, he coming out with more fire without Paul Heyman.
I agree.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm like, bro, his character is, it's not even like Larry said, it's not even a character no more. That's what it is. Like, bro, no. When you pour, what is it, 530 million or 553 million views in 12 minutes with this cat? Come on, bro. We're not talking about auras no more. John Cena ain't never did that. Ric Flair ain't never did that. Undertaker ain't never did that. Rock
No.
ain't never did that. Stone Cold ain't never did that. When it comes to that, you don't even speak about the skill set that Roman Reigns got in the ring because the aura covers it all. We don't talk about nothing else because there's nothing else to talk about.
Roman Reigns' current character is that of a dominant. This is talking about the part when he was back out there regardless. Roman Reigns' current character is that of a dominant, self-proclaimed tribal chief in WWE. He's a heel, a villainous character, not a moral, of course, who exudes power, ruthlessness, and a sense of entitlement. He's often portrayed as a manipulative and controlling figure, particularly within his family. The charactership has been wide praised for its depth and complexity, with many considering it some of the best storytelling in professional wrestling. I completely agree.
Who's saying this?
Mind games. Huh?
Who's saying this?
Was it? Let me see. AI overview.
What is it?
I think it's AI. I believe it says AR overview. But
okay, now AI overview. Now Larry already know where I'm going with this. It's opinionated, so it don't even matter. Whatever you're reading right now ain't no fact. It's what that person is thinking the character is. That's what it is. It's an opinion. Like, oh, well, I feel that that's Roman Reigns is playing this role, whatever. Okay, that's your opinion. That's not a fact. I'm only going to know when Roman Reigns said, I am Roman Reigns and this is my character. Other than that, everybody else giving their opinions don't count.
So if the Undertaker did an interview and he detailed what his character was as far as being the dead man,
that's the fact.
And this man said, "This is what you're okay." So if Roman Reigns, what you're telling me is if Roman Reigns has not come out and detailed what his character was, where he got the inspiration from, that's the reason why it was.
It's opinion.
He hasn't come out with that yet.
It's an opinion.
Okay.
I'll say this.
Comes out.
I'll say it's a strong opinion. I'll say it's a strong opinion because a lot of the things that the person in the AI thing is saying is probably the truth. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, if I'm like, yo, Larry is an R&B singer or Larry is a rapper or this and this, but I say, but Larry is this and this. I could say that because this is the things that I heard. But also, I'm like, hey, Larry kills people and da-da-da-da-da. But at the end of the day, I got to go and sit down with Larry for Larry to tell me, yeah, I'm an R&B singer. I kill people from time to time. And that's when I know, like, bro, I heard it from the horse's mouth. That's what he said. But if I didn't hear it from him, they don't know. You can't just put that stamp on them. That's why everything is an opinion until somebody finds out from the horse's mouth if it's a fact or not.
I got you.
Except for debates. Because if I go with Roman Reigns and Roman Reigns be like, yo, who's your top 5? That's when you know what Roman Reigns' top 5 is, when he says it. But my thing is with the WWE and how they play it, is the Roman Reigns saying his top 5 in character, or is he saying it off of what he feels for real? Because a lot of WWE people, they stay in character so much, you don't know what their opinions are in real life because of their character. Like Dominic Mysterio, he says his dad is is the worst dad in the world. but that's because he's staying in character. So you can't believe nothing he's saying when it comes to his dad because he's staying in character.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So when it comes to those opinions and them facts, bro, it got to come from the horse's mouth. Other than that, we just gonna be freestyling on what is what.
Yeah, it's true. I can't deny that.
Yeah, I'm like, bro, that's it. I'm like, all right, well, no, I heard Josiah be liking boys. What? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I don't know. But if everybody's standing on it, I'm like, no, I got to drive to Cincinnati to find out for sure. Then I sit down with a camera, be like, all right, well, Josiah, I've been hearing that you like boys. Is this that? And then you like, no. What are you talking about? Where'd that come from? That's not true. Now that killed everything because you're standing with Josiah and he's telling the truth. Well, he's telling his truth. He could be lying, but at the same time, he's telling his truth. Well, we got to believe it because it came out of his mouth until somebody prove otherwise.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what the problem be with a lot of people is when people be trying to find facts, they don't go to the source. They just be, oh, I'm gonna Google it. Oh, I'm an AI. Oh, no, that ain't them. I need to know. I need to go to the source. So when it ain't the source, that's when it's a opinion, and that's why it's just like, oh, I feel that Roman Reigns is the GOAT. That's my opinion, but at the same time, it's like he might not even feel he the GOAT. You know how many times John Cena, people tell him he's the GOAT, but he said it's Roman.
Right. Yep, this is true. This is true. It's true. And the only reason the edge that you proposed that he had over over Roman was that Cena. What did Cena do? Cena his longevity for just being there in WWE for as long as he held it down there could be debated over Roman Reigns. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Now Roman has been with WWE since what we talking 2012, so that makes it. Busy, how many years from 2012 through 2025?
That's only 13 years.
But actually, he was in SW, so he's in their developmental. So technically speaking, it would be 15 years actually. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he did. He was in SW for I think that was back in 2010. Yeah, back in 2010. And then 2011, and then 2012, they moved him up towards the main roster and whatnot. He was on NC for a little bit, I think. But yeah, he's been with them for 15 years now. Crazy work. That's wild. That's crazy. But yeah, 15 years, if you want to really put it technically. But in terms of being on the main roster, it would be considered 13 years, right? So, but Johnson has been there, 20 plus years.
Yeah, it's different.
So, right. So that's the one thing you look at it and go like, is Roman Reigns ready to go over John Cena based off of that career longevity, or is it just the character work, the stable work, the storyline work, what's the word? Supersedes all of that.
It's the aura, bro.
I agree. There is an aura to it. There's definitely an aura towards Roman Reigns for sure. I'm not denying that. What I'm saying is, when I ask for a character, what was his character, and you give me aura, I'm like, that's to me it's a vague answer because it's not giving me a really good description as to who he is. You're just saying aura. We can say Randy Orton has an aura.
No, you can't.
We can't.
No, Randy Orton, bro. Oh, okay, okay. I'm gonna ask this question, and you just give me somebody that's done. Hold on, let me start this real quick. Hold on. I feel that you ought to go, treating me like I'm the man. I feel like you ought to go. The things that you do with your hands, I feel like you ought to go. The way that you twerk when you dance, I feel that you ought to. I feel that you ought to go, treating me like I'm the man. I feel like you ought to go. The things that you do with your hands, I feel like you ought to go. The way that you twerk when you dance, I feel that you ought to.
2 to the dome, you know I came to kill. And all the DJs and beat makers know the drill. Your boy back, they all run like sawmill. This beat was just sent to me, this was a fresh kill.